What's up guys, this is Jeff from Sorta Healthy and this is Alexis from Sorta Healthy. And today we are going to take you through an outdoor personal training session. I mean, we're probably not going to take you through the entire personal training session, but we're going to take you through enough of one so that you know what you have to do if this is kind of what you end up doing. Obviously, with a lot of countries going back into lockdown, this is definitely something that might be a good option for yourself and your clients. Before we get into that personal training session, all I ask is that you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. This of course helps the channel to grow, which does allow me to make more free content for all of you. Thank you very much for the support, everybody. It is very helpful. So we always start off personal training sessions with a dynamic warm-up. Basically, dynamic exercises are relatively fast-paced, not like ballistic fast-paced, and they should prepare your client for the workout that is upcoming. And she's gonna be squatting, spoilers. So this is good for her. This is gonna get her prepped for some of the movements that are coming up. Let me have you do a few Frankensteins, but please don't kick me as you're doing them. The dynamic warm-up, I like to include roughly 3 different exercises here. And again, all things that are gonna warm her up, get her prepped for the exercises that we have coming up. Today is gonna be a total body workout and nothing too fancy. We're very minimal with our equipment usage today. So again, these are strategies that you should be able to use pretty much no matter what with your personal training client. Arm circles, let's have you start nice and big. What would you say your goals are, Alexis?
Weight loss.
Weight loss. Okay, very descriptive, very descriptive. The first thing that we want to do post warm-up, we want to get some of those hardest exercises out of the way first. And in our case, some of those hardest exercises are going to be some of the single-legged exercises such as lunges and split squats. So our first exercise for today is going to be a lunge or a split squat, depending on your terminology. I always think of a split squat as a rear foot elevated. We'll show you that in a little bit. But let me have you get into lunge stance. Bring your back foot further back. Good. Now let me have you do a few lunges. Good. Now typically I'm going to demonstrate that for her, but I have a microphone on right now and I'm not sure if I'm going to unplug that from the camera if I attempt it. Good so far. You should only do a personal training session with a client after you've already completed a consultation where you complete all necessary health history forms and a physical assessment. Assume that we've already done both with Alexis. Last 2. Good, switching sides. Perfect there. 3. It's gonna be hard for me to give some pointers and to count at the same time. Can he do it? I don't know, we'll find out. There will not be too much form discussion or cueing in this video. I just want to give you guys ideas for how to make an outdoor session effective. All set there. That was perfect. How'd you find those? Easy, medium, hard?
Medium.
So easy, medium, hard, asking that question during the exercise or right after is really good. She found it about medium difficulty, which means, okay, cool, that's pretty much where I want to be. Maybe even make it slightly harder for round 2. So we're about to go into our second exercise of the day, which is going to be a pause squat. Basically, Alexis is going to squat down. She's going to pause for about 2 seconds at the bottom, and then she's going to come right back up. She does have a little bit of a knee thing going on, so during the squats, I'm going to ask her how she's feeling. And again, normally I would demonstrate this exercise for Alexis, but I don't want to disattach my microphone. So Alexis is going to show us. Squat position. Let's go hips a little bit wider. Let me have it so your side is facing me and the camera. Step that way. Good. So make sure your knees track over your toes, Alexis. Squatting down, getting your hips as low as you can, holding for about 2 seconds, then coming back up. Good. I'll worry about how many. No, I'm just kidding. We're going for 12. And that's 3 so far. Nice. Any pain or discomfort? Good. For some exercises, you may have a more clear rep range than for others. For almost any exercise, the last few reps should be challenging though. Try and shift that weight further back onto your heels. I don't know if you guys can see, her heels were very slightly lifting up. Better now. One last one. Good. So Alexis made the mistake of telling me that those lunges or split squats weren't that tough in round one. She said they were medium difficulty. So we're gonna try and make it just a little bit harder. And we're gonna do that by having her elevate her rear foot. Wanna show us what I'm talking about, Alexis? Foot a tiny bit further out. There you go. So now she has a rear foot elevated split squat going on. Let's do our 12 per side. Try and make it so that this front leg hits a 90-degree angle. Good. Do you guys find these less scripted personal training videos helpful? Let me know down in the comments. Nice. 6. Try and get your weight a little bit further back.
On an angle.
What?
There's a slope.
Oh. There's a slope, guys. It's very slight, but it's there. Switching sides. Those look pretty good. Any discomfort or pain?
No.
Okay. Again, she does have, and this is real, she actually does have some minor knee things going on. You did one while I was not looking. 2, that's 2 so far.
Yeah.
3. How dare she? 4, come down a little bit further. 5, even further if you can. Alexis never achieved perfect form for this move, but she was close and it was still an effective exercise. Only ever allows slight deviations from exercise form. All set there. Moving on. So we're doing supersets for everything today. So of course we are supersetting our lunges or split squats with our Paws Squats. This time around, Alexis is gonna use a 10-pound dumbbell and she's gonna be holding that 10-pound dumbbell goblet style, okay? So the only equipment we do have with us today are 10-pound dumbbells, just one set of both dumbbells, and we have a few different resistance bands that we're using as well. And that's it. So equipment that you're likely to have as a personal trainer who's working remotely with your clients. Okay, Alexis, let me have you go, actually it looks pretty good. Let me have you squat down and back, hold for about 2 seconds at the bottom each time. Perfect. When starting a session, the first thing I'll ask my client is, how are you feeling today? Do you have any sore spots? Keep communicating with your client through the entire session. Not only will this make your sessions flow better, but it will also help to build rapport between yourself and your client. How's that feeling so far? Any discomfort in the knee?
No.
Okay. You almost can't ask too many questions within a training session. Ask your client things like, what's going on for your weekend? Or how is this exercise feeling? Last 2 coming up. Good, one last one. All set there. Okay, so next up in our little workout here, we're gonna do some push-ups. So I'm gonna make her do kneeling push-ups, but in terms of making those kneeling push-ups a little bit harder, I have a few different options. Option 1 is I can increase the time under tension. So basically for this first set of kneeling push-ups, all I want you to do, Alexis, is just come up really slowly, okay? Let's start here. And again, given where we are right now in the world, if I were this close to an actual client, I would probably want to be wearing a mask, and I don't know, maybe she should even be wearing a mask too, but obviously that doesn't apply to us right here and now. So use your best judgment. That was 4 so far, right? Look at that, talking and counting. A very useful skill as a personal trainer. Ooh, that's a little too fast. I need you to do more of a pause. There you go. Use lots of positive reinforcement during your sessions. When your client does well, let them know. Good so far. How's the challenge level here, Alexis? Easy, medium, hard?
Hard.
Hard, okay. Can you get 2 more reps? Okay. Good, one last one. Perfect, good job. Okay, so the exercise that we are supersetting with our push-ups is a half kneeling, single arm overhead press. That's a lot of things that I just said. I'm surprised I didn't stumble my words at all. So I want you to press overhead with this arm, and we're gonna be shooting for 12 reps per side here, okay? Now, what she needs to do is maintain an upright torso, squeeze her core nice and tight, which she's doing a good job of so far. The cool thing about doing it this way is I'm challenging her entire core alongside her upper body. Right? Right. Supersets tend to make your sessions flow very well. You can also do trisets, or you can do every exercise back to back. Ooh, that was a nice pop. 10, last 2. Any pain or discomfort with that? And let's get the same thing on the opposite side. So take advantage of these single arm exercises with your client if you're working outside as well, because you can work on a few things at once, and it does give the workout some nice variety as well. You'll be working with less equipment when traveling as a trainer, so make sure to vary your exercises as best as you can to prevent boredom. Last 2. Excellent. Okay. So we are supersetting everything today, and we are coming back to our push-ups. The push-ups for her were pretty hard in round 1. I want to try and give you guys another option if I don't want to mess around with their time under tension. So assuming that, again, I have the proper protection for myself, again, were I working with an actual client, I'd want to be wearing a mask here. You'd want to be wearing one as well. But let's pretend that we both are wearing masks, and let me have you get back into the kneeling push-up position. So this time, normal tempo, I want you going normal speed. What I'm going to do here is apply a little bit of manual tension or pressure to her back as she's coming back up, just a very small amount, okay? Whenever you're ready, Alexis. Good. This is a good option just to make things a little bit tougher for your client, and you can do this with a whole bunch of different exercises. How does that feel, Alexis? Easy, medium, hard?
Hard.
It's hard, okay. Ooh. Using manual resistance with your clients is a good option when equipment is limited. Start with very light pressure though. How many more could you do here?
Maybe 2.
2 more. Let's go for 2 more. One last one. That last one was tough for her. Okay, so again, use manual tension and pressure when it makes sense, and you're gonna make it a much more challenging and effective workout for your client. Okay, and we are back to half kneeling, single arm, overhead press. Ooh, she's already going. All right, 2. Think you can get more reps this time? 3, 4. Let's see if she can get 15. By the way, don't count out loud. Your clients are not gonna like you very much if you do that. Many will like you to give a 3, 2, 1 countdown for their last 3 reps though. Looking good so far, Alexis. We need 3 more on this side. Good, 3, 2, 1. Switching sides here. Switching her knee. So her arm is opposite her knee that's down on the ground, because we are trying to challenge her core at the same time. Getting creative like this when you're doing outside workouts, or if I were training someone in their house, really useful and helps keep the workouts somewhat varied. All of this information would also apply to training clients in their own homes. Why was this side so much easier?
Not.
Last one. Did I miscount? Why did that side, it went by so fast?
I just went faster.
She went faster. So one tool that you should definitely have as a traveling personal trainer are a nice set of resistance bands. So we got just a few different varieties today. We're actually only gonna be using one. We just have a loop band. And Alexis, what I want you to do for this next exercise is to grab that band about shoulder width apart, and then from there, squeeze nice and tight with your hands, pull back far as you can go, pinch your shoulder blades as much as you can in back, and then come right back to starting position, okay? So she's doing what's essentially a band pull apart or a reverse fly. And it's really good for just getting all those muscles in the back firing, some good retraction going on, which is really good for her shoulders, her neck, and her back. How many is that so far?
This is 8.
It's a little cheat code right there. Keep track of your clients' rep counts. The only reason I didn't know was because I was telling you guys stuff. It's 12?
This is 12.
It's 12?
Yeah.
It's 12. I knew that.
How many?
We're gonna do 18 because we're only doing 1 pulling exercise today. Were I showing you guys a full session, I would have had at least 1 more pulling exercise in today's workout. Band rows would have been a great option. Yes. That should be it right there. Good job. So within these outdoor personal training sessions, it's really good to kind of throw in some more cardio-based exercises. We're only throwing in 1 of those today. Our next move is going to be the mountain climber. We may be lacking some of the more heavy-duty equipment that you'd find in a typical gym or studio setting, so we kind of make up for that by keeping the workout a little bit more cardio-based. On this next exercise, the mountain climber, like I said, we're gonna time Alexis, and I want you to get in position, Alexis. So don't be scared to throw a whole bunch of these exercises in where it makes sense. And starting in 3, 2, 1, go. That's a nice pace. Try and keep that up. We're gonna go for a full 30 seconds here. Bring down your back just a tiny bit. There you go. Back is flat, abs are tight. How's everything feeling, Alexis? Nice. She's sliding. It's a hazard of working outside. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Also pays to have a watch for timing your clients. Just saying. So we're back to our second round of the reverse fly. We're gonna keep this at 18 reps. And what I want you to do, Alexis, time under tension, I want you to maximize, kind of hold back there for about a full second each time, okay? So still 18 reps. Start as soon as you're ready. Good. We didn't do a whole lot of retraction pulling based movements. Typically I'm gonna have just as many of those movements as pushing movements in the workout, but I'm not showing you a full workout today. So just a portion of a workout so you can go and do one of these on your own if you have to. Utilize time under tension to increase difficulty when you're low on equipment. 7 so far. Still got it. Still got it, guys. 8, 9. In most sessions, I have clients do more pulling than pushing. It's beneficial for the neck, back, and shoulders. How's the difficulty level on that? Good? Pretty tough?
That's good.
Not dying like my arms are gonna fly off tough? Good. Last 3. Where are you feeling it most? In her back. That's a question to ask your client a lot of the time. Last one here. Good. Ask them where they're feeling the exercise most. Make sure that the exercise is hitting the desired target area. I wanted her to feel that between her shoulder blades, and she did, so that's good. Moving on to the next exercise. Okay, round number 2 of the mountain climber is coming up. Let's say your client can't do crazy jumpy things like Alexis did in round 1. This slower version can be a good option for your client. So Alexis, you want to demonstrate that for us? I'll have you start officially in 3, 2, 1, and go. So her back is still flat, her abs are still tight. Her back is still flat. There it is. This time she's not jumping. She's taken the plyometric bit out of the movement, and she's essentially just bringing the legs forward one at a time. We're still going for 30 seconds. Still pretty challenging move for most people. But again, make these modifications for your clients when necessary, and be ready to modify things on the fly. 3, 2, 1, all set. Okay, so our last exercise of the day is going to be a plank. Today it's going to be a plank off of the elbows and forearms. Normally I would throw some more core exercises into one of these routines, but I don't know if you guys want to see me have her do just a whole bunch of basic core exercises on the ground. I'm pretty sure you guys already know how to do those with your clients. So basically the way my workouts work, dynamic warm up, hardest exercises first, accessory movements after that, core exercises towards the end. So pretend we just did a whole bunch of core exercises. We're moving on to our plank, final move of the day. I want you to hold a plank off of your elbows and forearms with your back nice and flat for as long as you can with good form. Except I don't actually. I want you to do it for, let's say 40 seconds. She can do it for longer than that, I think. At least I hope, considering she does this for a living. But again, typically within one of these sessions, put in more core exercises. Again, I just want you guys to see basically the structure of how you would do one of these outdoor sessions if you do end up having to do them. And it is a good option. It's like a perfect day outside here today. So, I don't know. It's kind of making me wish that I could do some sessions outside. Hopefully the studio stays open though, huh? Anyway. Yeah, I'm timing you, dude. You're almost done. What, are you getting tired? She's getting tired, dude. 40-second plank. 3, 2, 1. You're all set that. Pretend like she went for like 2 minutes there. Pretend she really did go all out. Good job.
The grass is uneven. It's hard to do a plank.
The grass is uneven. It's hard to do a plank. I don't know. Unlikely excuse. Now, normally at the end of one of these workouts, I would do partner assisted stretching. I've shown that in previous videos. In fact, you're probably seeing some examples of that on the screen right now. Given the state of the world right now and the likely reason that you'd be doing a workout outside with your client in the first place, we're not gonna do partner assisted stretching. So I'm just gonna take her through some basic stretches that pretty much everybody should do. So Alexis, I want you to start off in cobra position. What a lovely cobra. Stretching out her back, her hips. I'm gonna have you hold that for a few seconds longer, Alexis, and then we're gonna go into child's pose. Try to have your clients hold every stretch for at least 20 seconds. Now, one thing I know about Alexis, and this is a good lesson here, I know that she has really tight hip flexors, okay? So we're gonna do these stretches here, but then after that, we're going to do the half kneeling hip flexor stretch. And I guess what I'm getting at is know where your clients need stretching. They're going to value, we gotta do each one of those one more time, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, we're doubling. So we're doing another cobra, another,
No.
yeah, I should have explained that better, huh? Well, we're doubling. So we got cobra round 2. Basically know where your clients are strong, know where they're weak. These are things that, again, you would find out during an assessment, and you should do your consultation, your assessment, and then your personal training sessions. And an outdoor session is no different than a session anywhere else. You still need to know what's going on with your client. So let me have you stand up tall, or sit up tall, and then lean forward from there. And you should feel a nice stretch in your back hip flexor. So this is the half kneeling hip flexor stretch, and it's a really good stretch. Try not to bounce, try to just kind of stay. Try and hold your hands on your hips too. Shift your hips forward. Just making sure you're kind of straight there. Do you feel like a good stretch like right there in the hip flexor area?
Yeah.
Cool, so let's get the same thing on the opposite side. I like to have my clients hold each stretch for 20 to 30 seconds, sometimes longer. It really depends on how much they need that stretch in the first place. These are the stretches that I would choose for Alexis based on what she wants to work on. She wants to work on some of those little imbalances she has. We need to take some pressure off of her knees, which is partially due to her hip flexors. Maybe show them from the side this time. But again, best advice I can give you on cool downs, choose stretches that make sense for your client, that are based on their goals and based on imbalances that they have. Because otherwise your client isn't gonna view it as productive time. This will be the last cool down stretch that we do for today. Again, we are trying to work on posture with Alexis. This is something that we determined in her assessment, and a good way to work on that is to kind of just stretch everything back and really try and retract those shoulder blades. So basically we're doing a door frame stretch, or what would be a door frame stretch. We don't have a door frame, so we're using this thing right here. And yeah, she's gonna hold each side for about 20 seconds there. Look straight ahead. And that's it. So guys, this is not a full personal training session. My personal training sessions are 45 minutes long. So that entire workout section in the middle would have been a lot longer. There would have been a whole bunch of extra exercises thrown in there, but I think you get the gist of what I would do during an actual personal training session outside, and that's what I wanted to achieve with this video. So hopefully some of you guys found that helpful. That's all we have for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't liked the video and subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so because it does help the channel to grow, and we'll see you in the next video.